little glimpse into our next cleanup project. This is all that. I don't even know if that's stainless on the front. They're a pain in the butt to get off because they're glued. I usually just throw them in the scrap. But all this we're going to clean up for the goods from this wall oven. See how much copper we get out of it. Yes, there is a extra magneto in there. We'll take that out later. But all this stuff came out of here. So all this came out of this wall oven here. Single wall oven, but it had a microwave, I believe, in it also. I mean, it's obviously going to go for board. But we'll weigh it up and see how much we got out of everything. Oh, that's why we kept it. Got a little thing on the back, got silver context. I don't know if that's aluminum or copper, but that's definitely aluminum. And then we'll just these boards. See, this is why I saved the boards. I get a lot of boards, and that's just coated. That's not gold or anything. That's just a crappy board. But there is some goods on it. There's a ton of aluminum and copper on them. Another board. There's IC chips. Look at that one. All copper bearing, and I gotta get the screw gun out here for these. Good morning, all. We're back. Stopped at Burger King, get some French toast sticks. Picked me up a wine cooler this morning. Yeah, we're in the car again. I'll show you how I gotta start this bad boy. Finally got this thing running to get it off the street. I have no clue what's going on with the ignition. There's something wrong with the switch or the wiring. I gotta pop the relay out and actually jump the relay to get this thing to start, which is fine. It starts, it runs, it drives fine. But anyway, I got a few more stops, and then we're gonna pick up where we left off and clean up that scrap from that wall oven. I got the scale in, so we'll weigh that all up. I got this little mini fridge, wine fridge. It doesn't work. If we can't get it to work, we gonna scrap it. There's a little sealed unit on it, some copper and stuff, so it's definitely worth it. So I will see you guys on the next stop. I got a few fans I'm gonna pick up on the way home, and I might spin behind here and check out these dumpsters and stuff real quick while I'm here, because what the hey, I doubt there's gonna be anything in there because they're mostly restaurants and stuff, but you never know. There's a few stores on the other side. So I'll spin back there. If I find anything, I'll let you guys see. Otherwise, I will show you the next stop where I pick up a couple ceiling fans, one at two different places, but they're on the way home, so it's not a big deal. I had a small job this morning, so I'm just hitting all this stuff up on the way home that I found. And yeah, if we see any more scrap on the road, obviously we'll pick it up, but I'm in the car, so it'd have to be pretty copper heavy for me to pick it up right now. I try not to use my work truck as much as possible just because it's so old, and I really need that to make my living, because in New Jersey, you're going to have a tough time living off of just some scrap. There's a ton of people out here scrapping, at least in my area. The other areas, it might be different. Where I'm from, there's like 10 scrappers that come down my street a day. You ain't finding nothing unless you're out there all day long driving around. And even then, it's going to be slim pickings unless you know people. So I kind of stick to what I know and who I know and what I can get. So, but anyway, I will see you guys at the next stops and just give you a little glimpse at what we pick up, and then we'll go tear them ovens apart. Thank you guys. Be good. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Okay, we picked up the microwave. It's just a little microwave, nothing special. It's just on the way and it was there. And now we're gonna head and pick up a ceiling fan, and then we're heading home to tear apart some stuff. I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing this on the way home from the job I was on. So, you know, little scrap here and there on the way home. I mean, this will pay for the gas in this car for the week. Just a little bit that I'm picking up today. So I ain't gonna complain for driving on the way home from a job. It's just really pretty out here. There's the canal. So I'll see you guys when I get to the ceiling fan. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see you guys shortly. So there's the little microwave. That's the wine cooler. Nothing big. And then I got the ceiling fan. Back here all ready to go. So that's cool. Sitting in a park, waiting for somebody else to see if somebody else got stuff. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes, see if I can find anything else, and then I will show you how I have to start the Toyota with a wire. And then I'll get going home, and we'll head on back to the homestead there and take apart the rest of that stuff for the wall oven, and weigh all that up and see what the difference is in price between when we bought it, well, if we scrapped it whole or if we ripped all them transformers out, and then if we ripped the transformers apart, how much we'd make more. So not a big deal, but it'll be fun. So I'll see you back there. Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're back here with the big old bucket of stuff and the new scale. So I'm going to get everything set up, and there's the new scale, by the way. And yes, we're turned around because I had the heater running, and I don't want to turn my back on the heater because it is cold out, and I'm cold. Cold, and I'm old, and I want my heater. So without sorry, just checking something out. So we will get started here with the bucket, and we'll go with that, and I'll be right back once I get the scale set up, and we'll take a full weight of everything in there. That's all just everything that's non-ferrous bearing. Then we'll measure out how much copper, aluminum, everything we would get out of it later, obviously. This is that wall oven microwave combo that we had. So it's got some goodies that normal wall ovens wouldn't have, like magnetron, stuff like that. So I will get this all set up, and I don't know what the hell that was. That was pretty loud. And we'll go from there. Okay, we're going to start with the full bucket of just everything. £28, probably a couple pounds for the bucket, so we'll say 26 or 25 pounds. That's just all the non-ferrous bearing stuff, so there is a lot of stuff in there that's going to go bye-bye when we're done. So what I'm going to do is turn this off, get that out of the way. I'm going to go through off camera, pull any copper out. Obviously, that's just going straight into the low-grade board bin, but any copper out of the motors, transformers, there's a bunch of them in here, magnetron, A little bit of stainless. I don't know how that's going to break open. I might do that on camera. It should be a giant relay, but I don't know if it's sealed in gook. And then we got this beast, which so far looks like it could be copper on both sides. Some boards we'll clean up, get the copper, silver, get a lot of silver contacts out of this board. All these are relays and stuff like that, and we'll all have silver contacts. Big old capacitor. These are aluminum, so it'll go in the aluminum bin. And then get the copper, silver, and aluminum off of there. And that go right into the bin for clean boards. This one will probably just go straight in the boards after I take the piece off. These guys, these fans from the microwave, wall oven, microwaves, that kind of thing. A lot of wall ovens and microwaves have them. These are usually either stainless or aluminum. That's just steel. And then you get some copper in a transformer. Another little fan motor with some copper in it. Maybe some aluminum on it, looks like. And some more boards. Obviously, we got the giant copper donut. Another just trash board. These might have silver in them. And copper. We will see. A piece is in there because that's a switch. And that should have silver in it. That is straight to low grade. Still got the magnetron. Like I said, this thing had a microwave and it was pretty neat. A little bit of number one. That might be Bear Bright, but who knows? If I cut the ends off, they might take it. It's the ground wire. And then there was a little bit of number two insulated that I took off here too, but that's already gone. A little bit of ribbon wire. And just a little another motor that might have some copper in it. So that's what we're going to start with. And we already got the weight on that. So once we tear everything down, we'll see how much copper we got and aluminum and all that stuff. And we'll go from there. If I find anything that's worth filming, I'll film it. Definitely going to film the copper cleanups once I get everything removed. And I'll start by breaking everything down, and then we'll go from there and clean everything up. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, sorry everybody. I realize that I left this up there. That's a Whirlpool magnetron. That's from a different microwave. We're not including that, so I'm going to reweigh everything, and we're gonna get the total again. And yeah, I will put the right total in the beginning of the episode, but for right now I'm just gonna pause this, throw everything back in the bucket, get a weight on everything we do have, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's get the weight without the other magnetron. Not that it's important, but for what we're doing, it kind of is. So we're at 26 now, so we lost a couple pounds. So with the bucket, we're probably at around 24 and a half, something like that. So like I said before, we'll be back once I get all this stuff tore down to copper bearing and all that, and then we'll show some of the ripping apart of the copper. I got one board cleaned up here. That's aluminum. It's got to be cleaned up because it's got a little bit of other stuff on it. But that's all copper bearing. And there's some silver in with the resistors and stuff. There's part of something there. Bunch of copper on those. And the Silvercat's out already. It's all the contacts that fell off just from me pulling that stuff apart off that one board. So that's all copper bearing, just from one board. That's why I don't throw these things in the trash. That adds up. Ain't a lot, but it adds up. And there's some aluminum. And we still got all those boards and everything else to do. So I'm going to keep going. And like I said, if I come up with anything else good, I'll let you know. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. Bam. So that's all copper bearing. I don't know if I'm going to get the cutting that open today, just because I don't have a vise yet. So I'm probably going to save these up until I do. Yeah, that little thing, there's the other half, and that's what's inside of those. This is all copper bearing. I'm going to rip this all apart. We'll get a price on number 2. That's all aluminum. All aluminum. I didn't rip that apart. I'm guessing this is not going to be filled. It doesn't feel like it is. But all it is a giant resistor relay, which should have a transformer and a little switch set, kind of like this. This is actually a smaller one, and that's silver contacts on there usually, or at least silver plated. And then you got a bunch of copper in the little transformer part. So that's what should be in there. I'll break that open. I'll get all this tore down into number 2. And we'll go from there. And there's the steel that's left over, which ain't much. But there's going to be a lot of weight in that steel over there. Light iron, shred, whatever you want to call it. These are going to be pretty heavy, even after I get the copper out. So they'll go back in there. Get everything shredded out. Well, and that's the boards. We tore them all apart, got all the good stuff out of them. We'll keep cleaning everything up, and we'll go from there. I'll see when I get all this copper tore out and cleaned. And then, yeah, we'll get a weight on everything and see how much more we made over scrapping it just as is. Because, say if I threw the whole thing in there, probably weighed about $1.80, $200. Probably get $12 altogether if I just throw it in there just the way it is. So we'll see if we get more than $12 just in copper, which I'm assuming we will. So we might not. You never know. We'll see. I'd hope to double our price with everything we took out of it at least. But we'll see. So I'll see you when I get back with tearing all this apart. Okay, let's do a straight copper bearing weigh out that we would get roughly right now, I believe, 18 cents a pound for. Let's start with the big boy. And that's if both sides are copper, which I believe it is. 11 pounds on that guy. I mean, yeah, some of these aren't clean, so I mean, you're going to take off a little bit for that, but it's not much. Alright, so all that can be thrown into that pile because it would come out to the same amount of copper. Basically the same thing. So we have 16 pounds. That's just as, copper bearing transformers, which right now, let me double check. I believe we're at 18 cents a pound. Yeah, so we're at 18 cents a pound on that. So not much at all right now. So 16 pounds, 0.8 times 0.18. Right now it's worth $3. So I'm going to rip all this apart. I will get back to you. And I guarantee we're going to make more than $3 off that. So let's do this. And plus we got the rest of the goodies. I mean, there is some other stuff I didn't put in there because it's not cleaned up, or I mean, I could have threw this stuff in there because it is technically copper bearing and would fetch probably around the same price, maybe not the donut. The motor would. So, and the clean copper because it's clean. And that I could have thrown on there, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to save them up and cut them apart later on because right now I have no way to cut them off. And that's all copper in here. But I don't have a vise, so it's going to be a pain to cut that apart, so I'm going to wait. I seen Scrapping with Grandpa do it. He made it look so simple. So I'm going to give it a try. So what the heck. But anyway, I bet you we make more than $3 on all this. So let's get started with that. I'll rip this stuff apart and I'll be back. Okay. So far, I got the little stuff done, as you can see. Still got the transformers. That's the ball from the little stuff. It's pretty solid. Got those three over there. All of which are copper. And then we got this bad boy over here, which is copper. And happy, joy, happy, joy, copper, double copper, double copper. So that's awesome. So I'm going to split these guys real quick with the grinder, and we will get weighed up when we're done. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the weights. Okay, so I got everything cleaned up. Let's see how we did on copper. Now this is going to be including the bucket. So we got 5 pounds, 10 ounces with the bucket. So we'll empty it and we'll go from there. That's what we ended up with that full big transformer. I mean, that's not bad. 5 pounds. That's more than I would have made on the whole oven. So that is not bad at all. All right, since we got the new scale here, let's get a total on our number 2 wire, and then we'll get a total on the bucket. So we got 5 pounds, 10 ounces, 11 ounces here now. And let's get a full weigh on the whole bin that I got going. And then we'll empty this into the bin and then go from there. We'll remove the total on that bad boy in a second, because I don't know how much it weighs yet. Okay, so since I have matching buckets, we're just gonna pop that guy on there and then we'll tear it out. They're the same bin, so they'll weigh the same. And then we will take the bin of number 2. We're at 22 pounds of number 2 wire. That's probably in 3 months that I saved that from cleaning up motors and stuff. So let's add in there. Today's brings us up to 26 and 2 ounces of number 2. The bin is growing. I love it. Into that 401k. 26 pounds so far of number 2. That's pretty good. Okay, number 2 is going for $3.54 a pound right now. So We're at $92 just in that bin. That's awesome. In 3 months of just saving up wire from different things, motors, transformers, and stuff that I've taken apart, $100. That's not even including the rest of the stuff that I already scrapped. I mean, I don't really count the steel and stuff because it is what it is. This is kind of like my special thing, is to save the copper up until I got a nice amount. But you know, that's how I do it. So anyway, that's what we got on that. 26 pounds so far. Number 2, that is beautiful. Number 2 wired. I ain't even including the pipe. Because the pipe I've been saving for a long time. This stuff I haven't been saving for that long. Look at it all. Beautiful. I mean, that's sitting in there nice too. I mean, that's all different. That's that wire that we stripped the other day. This is that transformer. I mean, that was just beautiful. That transformer, double copper. I mean, you can't beat that. No wonder Project Shop loves them double copper transformers, man. That was what gave me the money. I mean, that's all the steel there from them transformers and stuff, and plus we still got all that stuff that I said I wasn't going to count. I didn't count it. There it is. It's all still there. Get the little donut and the motor and the rotor, the other stuff, the aluminum, the wire over there. But that all going to the bin. So at least at number 2. Not that that's going to change the weight because it's so tiny, but that's just where it goes. So I'll toss that in there. All right, let's get weighed up on the steel here and see what that comes out to. All right, just so I know, let's turn that on back. 2 pounds, 2 ounces on that. Just so I know for later. Let's see how much steel we got out of there after the cleanup. 7 pounds, 13 ounces of steel. It's like a little over 60 cents. Not a big deal. That's what we do. We do it and we get rid of it. I got a lot of steel, go right in a pile. So that is pretty much it for today. I am gonna call it because it's cold. I'm out of propane because that was the end of that tank. That was from barbecuing all summer. But there's the rest of that stuff. I'll get that cleaned up. And like I said, I'm just gonna start keeping them transformers for those magnetrons separate because I don't have anything to do with them right now. I need to get that get a bench built and everything. There's the 3 buckets. Brass is hiding back there. Yeah, I got to get everything, you know, built up so I can get a bench vise in here and stuff. That'll be nice. So until next time, thank you. Be good. Have a great day and keep scrapping. Thank you. Please subscribe. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It really does help. It helps get the message out and my videos out there if you like them. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.